everyone, this is K Pandit from Little Montessori Pundits. Today's video is all about biodegradable Rakhis. Yes, you heard me correctly. Today I'm going to share with you two examples of environmental friendly Rakhis that you can make at home with your children. What is so special about Raksha Bandhan? On this day, a sister ties a cotton thread around her brother's wrist, symbolizing her love and faith in him. She wishes him good health and prosperity. In return, the brother promises to take care of her, keep her happy, and look after her in her troubled times. This is a very special occasion that comes once a year. This festival celebrates the bond between sisters and brothers. This idea came as I was asked by my Indian moms in Munich. They came to me and said, why can't I make a video on Raksha Bandhan? Just like the one I had made about Diwali. And I said, yes, why not? It's a good idea to share with parents how you can get your children to use environmental friendly materials. This year, Raksha Bandhan falls on Thursday, 11th of August, 2022. Millions of Indians are going to buy Rakhis, and I sort of thought about it. I know that when you buy ready-made Rakhis, lots of artificial materials have been used. Me being eco-friendly gardener, and I've always made my own Rakhis, I quickly jumped to that opportunity. I'm going to share with you two examples. Here is my first example. I've used cotton and wool yarn to make these bubbles or bubble Rakhis. And then this is the interesting one. I've used garden soil, plain flour, corn flour, and I made a Play-Doh type dough, rolled it out with a rolling pin, and use cookie cutters to make the shapes. You can also omit the cookie cutters and get the children to make their own shapes. And then on top here, I have taken seeds from the flowers that I have in the garden. I've also used, so there are two flower seeds here. Then I've used methi, vinaigrette, and coriander seeds. From my experience, I know that young children, after a couple of hours, they get bored with the Rakhis and they want us to take it out. So you can continue with this and you can take this activity to the next level. So you get a small pot, fill it up with garden soil up to the rim, and then place the whole Rakhi in the pot. And if you have more of the same seeds, then you can spread them all over and cover them up with soil, water it of course, and wait for it to germinate. That's all it takes, and within a week you will have methi or any flowers that you are trying to grow. Children will see the whole process of sowing, taking care of the environment, and what happens, as the plant grows. So you can take it to so many different levels. I hope you have a go at making these two Rakhis. So come along with me and let's get started. Make sure that you make these Rakhis few days in advance. For the first activity, the biodegradable Rakhi, you will need 2 tablespoons of soil, 2 tablespoons of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of corn flour, some water, cookie cutters, a cotton yarn, pair of scissors, some seeds of your choice. In a small bowl, add 2 tablespoons of soil, 2 teaspoons of plain flour, and 2 teaspoons of corn flour. To that, add little by little water to make a dough like a Play-Doh consistency. Okay, so now we are ready, and it's lovely and soft, and it's good enough for me to use it as Play-Doh. Using my rolling pin, using a cookie cutter, shape. Make the shapes. Whenever you I'm making Rakhi, you 2 heart shapes. To make 2 of the same shape, because you're going to layer them on top of each other to hold the thread. So here I'm not even using the rolling pin, because children, you'll find they want to play with it and have fun, and of course give them that time, because it's really therapeutic. I'm going to cut the thread, making sure that there is enough. So you place it in the middle, and then you place the second heart on top, and I feel that it's slightly dry, so I'm going to get a little bit of water and just moist the soil a bit. And these are all fine motor skill activities. I'm going to use some methi seeds. When placing the seeds onto the Rakhi, make sure that you press the seeds right into the soil so that the seeds stick to the soil. My methi biodegradable I then went along Rakhi and made different types of biodegradable Rakhis using different type of seeds, such as coriander seeds. So I used some herb seeds and some flower seeds like calendula and nigellas. My next example on biodegradable wool and cotton thread Rakhis. Things you will need for these activities are some cotton or wool yarn, a child-size fork or a full-size fork, pair of scissors. So to make these bubbles is so easy. It honestly takes about 5 minutes. So this one I made it from a cotton yarn. This one is from a wool yarn. So I made 2 from a cotton yarn. And then I made a couple of them from a rainbow color yarn. Basically, you can use any yarn which is biodegradable. To show you, I'm going to use this purple color. I've got 2 forks here. One, a child size fork, and this is the full adult size fork. It doesn't matter. What I really found that if you want to make a slightly bigger bubble, then use the regular fork, and if you want to make a small bubble, then just use a small child size fork. Okay, so it's so simple. Next, you take the yarn of your choice and you place the end of the yarn against the end of the fork and measure it twice, and a little bit extra as well. You then cut the yarn. You put the yarn here in the middle of the fork, just here, and make sure that both the strands are equal. Put them like behind each other like this. Next thing you do is that you take the yarn and you wrap it around the fork, but remember, just in the middle, don't take it near the neck of the fork, and you just wrap the yarn around, holding it tight all the time, and you wrap it enough to the thickness of the bobble you want it to be. Then I just want to cut it from here, and now you remember the two ends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring one end here, bring it inside, and take the other end and then tie a knot, making sure that if it comes out, just watch it that it stays in the middle. But before I really tighten the knot, I'm going to push this out, and it's so easy, it comes out. And now I'm going to just tie the knot, and I'm going to make sure that it's really tight. You really pull it. Can you see it? It's coming together. Okay. Do this a couple of times. Okay, so now making sure, don't worry about this extra bit because we'll fix it in a minute. Making sure to hold this two, because these two you're going to use it to to tie the Rakhi on the wrist. Okay, so now making sure that you go around with the scissor and you just cut the yarn, and you will see it where you have to cut it. Making sure that you don't cut in the middle. That's the important part. So you can do this with young children, but remember, under adults' supervision. And you can use these bobbles for many things, not just for Rakhi. Next, with a pair of scissors, just go around the bobble and trim off the extra yarn and shape the bobble. I hope you have a go at making this beautiful, easy Rakhis for Raksha Bandhan. Very easy to make. You can use whatever you have in the kitchen to make these earthy Rakhis. With these, you can use any seeds you have in the house. So here I have coriander, nigella, that's from this flowers here. These are the seed pot, and then these are calendula seeds, and calendula seeds are very good because you can use the flowers in salad, and some people actually make a cream out of the petals. So they pluck the petals and mix it up with beeswax, but you use something else also, but I'm just saying that they make a home remedy for skin irritation. So the whole, all these things are environmental friendly, and the calendula flowers actually grow very quickly. Working with children, they like quick results, so just think a little bit the type of seeds that you are going to use. because children like to see immediate results. So have seeds that grow very fast. So just think a little bit about it and get this activity going. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you have a go at making this beautiful Rakhies. Do let me know in the comment box below what did you think of this Rakhies and how did you get on with it. Until next time, be safe.